Taking out a mortgage, looking at that big initial loan amount, it's daunting. People often worry about this big debt. They want to get it paid off sooner. They think about, should I be making extra payments on that mortgage? Let me help you assess whether that is or isn't the right answer for you. It's not a bad decision. It just may not be your optimal decision. And so there are some other things to consider. And that's what I want to talk about. First off, mortgage debt is low rate debt. That may be your lowest cost debt. So that warrants a much lower priority than other higher cost debt. Also, if you itemize your deductions on your taxes, well, you're deducting the interest. And so your cost of borrowing is even lower. Now, your mortgage rate might be 3%, but if you're deducting the interest from your taxes, your net interest rate, the net cost of that borrowing might be closer to 2%. So again, relative to other debts, it's much lower cost. So prioritizing where your extra money is going to go, pay off those higher rate debts first, particularly credit cards, personal loans, those high cost debts. Build an emergency savings fund. Also, contribute regularly and look to contribute the maximum, as much as you possibly can, to your tax advantage retirement savings options. Look to cover those bases first before you worry about pouring more money into a very low rate, sometimes tax deductible, but always very illiquid debt. Even once you have those bases covered, there may be other uses for that money that could be more attractive. Maybe it's putting money into a 529 account for a child or grandchild's education, or contributing to a health savings account, those type of things. The fact is that particularly in the first half, maybe the first 2/3 of the life of that loan, prepaying the mortgage may actually do more to limit your financial flexibility than enhance it. After all, money in the bank will pay the bills. Home equity will not. And so you have to think about overall financial flexibility. What are you going to do when you have unplanned expenses, or if you're out of work for a period of time? If all your money or the bulk of your wealth is tied up in the home, you can't get to it when you need it. Now, if you've covered all those financial bases, and you want to accelerate payment on the mortgage, at that point, yes, okay, it might make a lot more sense because you've optimized by paying off other higher rate debt and covered your financial bases and built a solid foundation with emergency savings and tax advantage retirement savings. Another area where this can really make sense is as you get into the later years of the loan. Your loan balance is coming down quickly. You're on the cusp of retirement. In that case, making extra payments on that mortgage can have a pretty quick payback, in the sense that means that's all the sooner you're going to knock out the biggest payment that you have in your monthly budget. And that can go a long way toward easing the transition into retirement or making retirement a reality.